What's up, y'all? You see this keyboard down here? It's doing some pretty cool waving effects. We're gonna review that today. Let's do it. If you guys have been around my channel for quite a while, I do have a review on the Corsair K70. This is the K70 LUX. Totally different, right? Well, it's a little bit different. I mean, as you can see, it's doing this waving effect, which I'm almost certain wasn't available on the regular K70. And there's some other features as well, which I'll talk about in this review. I guess first off, I'll start off by saying I got the blue switches on this keyboard. On the other one, I had the red switches, which I guess are centered more towards gaming. They really don't take that much pressure at all to push them down. There's no tactile bump. But they're still mechanical switches, of course. And they're pretty nice for gaming, I suppose. They're a little bit weird for typing. Like, literally, you can just like rest your fingers and they'd fall down. This one's a little bit different. There's a tactile bump and it needs a little more pressure. A little better for typing. Probably a little bit better all between, I think, from what I've heard, it's in between red and browns. That's from what I've heard. But anyways, I like the blue switches. That's not really what this review is about, but I do like the blue switches. So what's different on this keyboard than the K70, which you can see my review if you want to catch up on that. But a few things are different. First off, the logo. We're back to the good old Corsair logo. So people that hated the tramp stamp, like it was like swords or something like that. People didn't like that on the old Corsair logo. This Corsair logo is the same, or it's their original. The body of the keyboard is metal, which I like a lot. It's just like the regular K70, so that's great there. The wrist rest is basically the same as the K70, which is great. The only difference as far as really keys go is that the spacebar is like textured, kind of like a, I don't know, it's just a textured pattern. I kind of like it, but at the same time, I don't really care. And you also get the regular inserts that you had for the regular Corsair K70. I didn't put them on there because, but yeah, you get WASD, stuff like that, R, E, and you know, stuff like that. So, and it also comes with the little poker thing to put it on there. So that's nice. The keyboard still needs 2 USB ports going to your motherboard on your computer, or I guess front I/O or whatever. So that's pretty demanding, but it does have USB pass-through on it, which is nice. And it also has a couple different switches for settings back there. Some of them work better with BIOS, I believe. But basically the same like the K70. Oh, and I guess I shouldn't forget, I mean, it's just like the K70, but it has a little scroll wheel thing. I freaking love that thing. Good job, Corsair. That thing is still great, so I'm glad you're still using it. So from what I know, I feel like the main difference between the K70 LUX and the K70 is maybe just the whole software situation. So you can download the Corsair utility engine, which includes some stuff for, you can do actions such as remapping keys and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm probably never going to use, but maybe you will. There's a bunch of lighting effects, which in my opinion are a little bit on the gimmicky side, but they are pretty cool. Like the one I have in this, you know, in the background while I'm talking here is like, it's like a sweep effect or something. There's pulse. There's like rain. There's ones where like you press on the keyboard and then it like, you know, bursts out and stuff like that. So it's kind of like the K70 RGB, just no RGB. It's only red LEDs on this one. Although I suppose if you got the Corsair K70 LUX RGB, it'd probably just be like this keyboard with RGB. So the main difference I feel like is the software, which is cool, but at the same time it's maybe just a little bit gimmicky. Oh, but I will say it still works even after the app is closed. So on my computer right now, the app is not open and it's actually still working. Unlike my MSI RX 480, which in order to use the RGB lighting effects on that graphics card, the app has to stay open, which is stupid. But anyways, we don't need to talk about that graphics card in this video. I also should maybe talk about the prices of this keyboard. I know I got the Corsair K70, just the regular one, 2 years ago or so, whenever Corsair had their crappy logo, and it was like $120 or so like that. And this one I got for $85. Now it's gone up a little bit since, I think it's like $100 at the time of making this video. Prices jump all around the place. But anyways, I mean, this keyboard is still cheaper than the regular K70. Not sure why, since it's better. Maybe just because it's been around longer, I guess. Anyways, I think that's pretty much all I really have to say about this keyboard. It's like the K70, but it's Lux. It's better a little bit. So, and if you can get it cheaper, then hell yeah, do that. But the lighting effects are cool. They're a little bit gimmicky, but it's nice to have those options, I guess. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you thought it was cool and helpful, drop a like on the video. If you didn't, then get out of here. And I'll see you crazy motherfuckers later. Remember to subscribe and comment below. Peace out.